Hi, I'm Dr. Gillian Heath. I'm a clinical psychologist who's worked within the mental health field for the last 30 years.
And I'm Eamonn Brady. I'm a senior mental health social worker who has worked in mental health for over 20 years.
We're here to share some insight, tools and techniques for families impacted by incarceration.
Thank you for watching. We hope you find these videos helpful. Hello, my name's Eamonn Brady and I'm a mental health social worker with more than 20 years of experience. Today, I will be discussing stigma, judgment and social isolation as they relate to families and friends of people who are currently serving time in prison. Stigma refers to negative stereotypes and attitudes directed towards people because of a particular characteristic, circumstance or identity. In the context of imprisonment, stigma can affect not only the person in prison, but also their family and friends. Judgment occurs when people make assumptions or form negative opinions about others based solely on the fact that they have been involved in the criminal justice system. Social isolation can result when individuals withdraw from relationships or feel disconnected from their communities due to shame, embarrassment, or fear of being judged. One of the unfortunate realities of imprisonment is that many people receive few or no visits and gradually lose contact with family and friends. Yet research consistently shows that maintaining positive family connections can support rehabilitation and reduce the likelihood of reoffending. In my career, I have worked with many people, predominantly men from a wide range of backgrounds, who have been to prison once and never returned. The common theme among these individuals was their willingness to work on themselves, address their mental health, overcome addictions, change unhealthy environments, and rebuild important relationships. It is important to recognise that there is no single way people respond when a family member or friend goes to prison. Every person has different life experiences, values and coping styles. Some people may experience sadness and grief, while others feel anger, disappointment, anxiety, shame or confusion. These reactions are normal and understandable. While stigma, judgment and social isolation exist in society, we cannot control what other people think or say. What we can control is how we respond. One of the most important steps is to acknowledge and look after your own mental health. This includes paying attention to your emotional well-being and being aware of how children, parents, partners and other family members may also be affected. It is also important to understand that incarceration is often linked to a range of complex life challenges. These can include experiences of trauma, abuse, violence, poverty, addiction, disadvantage and limited opportunities during childhood, adolescence and adulthood. Recognising these factors does not excuse criminal behaviour and accountability remains essential. However, understanding the broader picture can help people develop insight into how problems have developed and what changes may be needed moving forward. Insight is often the starting point for positive change. For change to occur, people need to be honest with themselves, take responsibility for their actions, and be willing to seek help when needed. Change is rarely easy, and it often takes time, patience, and persistence. However, meaningful change is possible, and many people improve their lives significantly when they commit to the process. For family members and friends, support is available. A good starting point is speaking to your general practitioner or contact your local community service. They can provide referrals to psychologists, counsellors, family therapists, relationship services and other supports that may be beneficial. There are also many support groups available for people dealing with addiction, relationship difficulties, domestic violence and other challenges. Looking after your mental health is particularly important during stressful periods. Early warning signs that someone may be struggling can include changes in sleep patterns, ongoing anxiety, feeling overwhelmed, irritability, low motivation, hopelessness, persistent sadness or difficulty coping with daily life. If these symptoms continue over time, professional support should be considered. There are also practical strategies that can improve well-being. These include regular physical exercise, mindfulness and meditation practices, breathing exercises, reading helpful literature, attending support groups, and engaging in individual or group therapy. Different approaches work for different people, and it is important to find what best suits your circumstances. For those reconnecting with a family member or friend in prison, healthy communication is essential. Rebuilding trust requires honesty, accountability, and respectful conversations about what happened in the past, what behaviours were harmful, and what boundaries need to exist moving forward. These discussions can be difficult, but they are often necessary if relationships are to heal and grow stronger. As a person's release from prison approaches, it can be helpful for families to access support in advance. Relationship counsellors, psychologists, family therapists, and community organisations can assist families in preparing for reunification, improving communication, managing expectations, and developing healthier ways of coping with life's challenges. I would like to finish with a message of hope. People can and do change. Families can heal. Relationships can be rebuilt. Whilst the journey is often challenging, positive change becomes much more likely when people are willing to seek support, remain connected, take responsibility for their actions, and continue moving forward one step at a time. Thank you for your time.